What's up, guys? Well, the 2019 NBA free agent class might be the best of all time. This year's NFL free agent class isn't as strong as past ones, but some Pro Bowl level talent is still there. It'll be exciting nonetheless. As is the case every year, some top tier players from Major League Baseball will also hit the open market. And hey, hockey fans are excited about a free agent class that features some perennial all-stars as well. Some giant free agent contracts will be handed out in the year 2019. But the main question is, which stars are bound to change teams? I'm Jason Biondo, and today we look at where these 10 superstar free agents could sign in 2019. And make sure to subscribe to TPS and put on your notifications because we post videos every single day. Every day's new video. But before we get started with the actual list, here are some honorable mentions. Klay Thompson. He wants to be with the Golden State Warriors for life. There's no way they'll prioritize Draymond Green or DeMarcus Cousins over him. Expect Thompson to stay put. Kemba Walker. The all-star point guard seems happy in Charlotte. Even if the Hornets have been able to build around him, expect Michael Jordan to keep Walker. Justin Verlander. The Houston Astros revived his career and gave him a World Series ring. He's staying. SERGEI BOBROVSKY. He could land the richest free agent goalie contract in NHL history. Doesn't sound like the Columbus Blue Jackets want to keep him. The Florida Panthers look like a good fit, given their vast amounts of cap space. Jimmy Butler. When the Philadelphia 76ers traded for Butler, there was mutual interest in getting a long-term deal done. He's probably going nowhere, but maybe the Brooklyn Nets or LA Clippers make a play for him. Now for the real list. Number 10, Earl Thomas, Kansas City Chiefs. So how did the Kansas City Chiefs waste a historically dominant season from star quarterback Patrick Mahomes in 2018? Oh yeah, the defense. Mahomes on his own might be good enough to keep KC in title contention, but this group isn't going to win Super Bowls with this wretched defense. The Chiefs fired defensive coordinator Bob Sutton, but the roster needs a lot of work too. Well, there were reports that the Chiefs were working on a trade for Seattle Seahawks Pro Bowl safety Earl Thomas. That never materialized, of course, but the Chiefs can hit him up when free agency begins. Imagine having Thomas and fellow Pro Bowl safety Eric Berry patrolling that secondary. Now the Chiefs actually have a game changer on defense. Thomas would completely change the dynamic of their secondary, and KC shouldn't be afraid to overpay him a bit. Thomas, as far as we are concerned, would elevate the Chiefs from Super Bowl hopeful to Super Bowl champion. They should have him on speed dial the minute free agency begins. He's the guy they cannot miss out on. Number 9, Artemi Panarin. New York Rangers. The bread man is going to be one of the highest paid wingers when NHL free agency begins. Panarin has shown that he wasn't just a product of playing with Patrick Kane and the Chicago Blackhawks. Panarin and the Columbus Blue Jackets couldn't reach a long-term deal, and multiple reports suggest he has desire to play for the New York Rangers. I mean, why not? It's also believed he prefers to join a big market club, and the blue shirts obviously fit the bill. On top of that, the Rangers are rebuilding and have plenty of cap space opening up in the offseason. They can easily outbid other teams for Panarin, and he'd be a great add to a team with a plethora of young talent on the way. Panarin will easily cost around $9 million a season, maybe more. But the Rangers have never been afraid to throw big dollars around in free agency, and Panarin is young enough to be a long-term piece here, even if they're in a transition stage. Stanley Cup contenders won't be able to outbid teams like the Rangers for Panarin. There seems to be mutual interest on both sides, so expect the deal to get done. Number 8, Anthony Rendon, St. Louis Cardinals. We don't want to be boring here, but it's safe to believe that a large portion of MLB's top free agents for 2019 will be re-signing with their respective teams. But Washington Nationals third baseman Anthony Rendon looks like a good bet to leave a team that's retooling in the post-Bryce Harper era. Rendon batted above 300 in 2017 and 18 seasons, and he has 4 seasons of hitting 20-plus homers. Furthermore, he's posted a wins above replacement of 4.1 or higher in 4 different seasons. So in signing Rendon, you're getting a reliable power and contract hitter who plays solid defense. The man would be a great middle of the lineup add for anybody, but most of the top teams already have a stud third baseman, who makes sense for Rendon then. Let's go with the St. Louis Cardinals here. The versatile Matt Carpenter can play anywhere in the infield, opening up for Rendon to play the hot corner. He'd quickly help this team get back into playoff contention, and as we all know it, St. Louis is a prime destination for top free agents in baseball. Rendon should cash in on a fancy deal, say for 5 years and around $75–90 million, I don't know. The Cardinals need a player of Rendon's caliber to catch the Chicago Cubs. He should top their wish list when free agency begins in the winter of 2019. Number 7, Le'Veon Bell, New York Jets. As a Jets fan, I really hope this happens. Well, there's no chance the Pittsburgh Steelers retain Pro Bowl running back Le'Veon Bell. Not after he opted to sit out the entire 2018 season, and not when you consider that fellow running back James Conner filled in nicely during Bell's absence throughout the season. Bell will be one of the most sought-after free agents in 2019, despite his decision to sit out a whole year. A large portion of teams already have a stud back, but the Jets surely could use a player like Bell. Like I said, I really hope this happens. NFL insiders told Bleacher Report's Mike Freeman that Bell would be fine with the Jets. In fact, one Steelers source told Freeman that they think it's a foregone conclusion that he joins Sam Darnold and company. New York has to build around their young quarterback, and they have all the cap space in the world. They can outbid anybody for Bell, and you'd like to think he'd be happy to play in a big market with an up-and-coming quarterback. I would. The Indianapolis Colts seemingly ruled themselves out of the Bell sweepstakes. Other teams lack the cap space or already have a stud running back. That limits the playing field. The Jets should be able to secure him with ease. A 4 to 5 year deal worth about $15 million a season seems reasonable. Number 6, Chris Sale, Chicago Cubs. Yes, the Boston Red Sox are going to do everything they can to keep their ace pitcher, but Chris Sale is not going to come cheap, and a handful of other big market teams will engage in a bidding war for the lefty's services. The Red Sox already have a lot of money owed to David Price. Mookie Betts is probably going to get another extension worth well over $350 million. Shortstop Xander Bogaerts and left fielder Andrew Benintendi won't come cheap either. So Boston may have no choice but to let Sale go, and you can bet the Chicago Cubs will step up big for Sale. Sale will surely want A, money, and B, a competitive team. The Cubs can offer him both. But with John Lester and Yu Darvish getting up there in age, Chicago's rotation will have a lot of question marks in the foreseeable future. That's why they should ready up and go all in on Sale. He's easily going to cost around $200 million on a 5 to 7 year deal, but the Cubbies have the resources to pay him. Sale would keep their championship window open even longer, and the Cubs would have an ace to build around for the long haul. It's a perfect match here. Number 5, Kyrie Irving, New York Knicks. This whole Kyrie Irving saga is fun, but the Boston Celtics all-star point guard gave a verbal commitment that he would re-sign before the 2018-2019 season. A few months later, Irving said ask him on July 1st, and claimed he didn't owe anybody anything. So much for a verbal commitment. Irving even called LeBron James to apologize for his apparent immaturity during their days together in Cleveland. On top of that, Irving has openly criticized some of Boston's younger players. I mean, maybe he hates the idea of being a leader on this young Celtics team after all. Well, Irving admitted before the 2018-19 season that he would have loved to play for the New York Knicks, being from New Jersey and all. And wouldn't you know it, the Knicks have the cap space to hand out 2 maximum contracts in free agency. It seems like Irving isn't so happy in Boston after all. And with the chance to join his home team, Irving might not be able to pass that up. And if that's not enough, we'll explain more later as to why we think Irving will go to the Knicks, so stay tuned. Number 4, Nick Foles, Jacksonville Jaguars. How often does a Super Bowl MVP and champion quarterback hit the market? Nick Foles may have led the Philadelphia Eagles to their first Lombardi trophy, but head coach Doug Peterson has already emphasized that the team will be moving forward with Carson Wentz. Thus, Foles will be highly coveted when the market opens. The Eagles surely won't pay his $20 million option for 2019, so where could Foles go when free agency begins? Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars look like the perfect landing spot for Foles. The Jaguars are moving on from Blake Bortles, which would open up the space for Foles. This team has a championship caliber defense and a strong ground game led by Leonard Fournette, but they need a quarterback to reach Super Bowl contention again. Jacksonville shouldn't be afraid to go all in on Foles, who would fix their offense big time. He could command a huge contract, but that's fine. The Jaguars won't go anywhere if they don't upgrade a QB. That's why they have every incentive to pay Foles, and they're the best landing spot for him, assuming he wants the chance to contend for more Super Bowls. Number 3, Kawhi Leonard, Los Angeles Clippers. The Toronto Raptors took a risk and traded for San Antonio Spurs star and 2014 NBA Finals MVP Kawhi Leonard, knowing that the two-way superstar has a desire to play for one of the 2 Los Angeles-based teams. Leonard will surely opt out of his contract and test free agency after the 2018-19 NBA season. The Raptors have done everything in their power to convince Leonard that he should stay. League executives have told various reporters that the sweepstakes are down to the Raptors and LA Clippers. The Lakers have been ruled out as Leonard Leonard apparently doesn't want to be in LeBron James' shadow. It's fair enough. He just can't help but think Leonard will ultimately want to head home and play for the big market Clippers. Keep in mind they had the cap space to sign 2 players to max deals, so Leonard could recruit another top free agent like Kyrie Irving or Jimmy Butler. Right now it seems 50-50 between Raptors and Clippers, but home is where the heart is at. For Leonard, home is in Los Angeles. That's why our guess is that he goes to the Clippers. Number 2, Erik Karlsson, Vegas Golden Knights. There are only so many elite franchise-changing defensemen in the NHL, and they almost never reach free agency. But Erik Karlsson, a 2-time Norris Trophy winner and perennial all-star, could be an exception. Karlsson is usually good for 70+ points per season, which is ridiculous for a blue liner. It's not crazy to think he'll land the richest free agent contract ever for an NHL defenseman. The slick Swede was traded to the San Jose Sharks before the 2018-19 season took place. We don't know if he's going to re-sign in San Jose, but the Sharks will surely have trouble matching big-time offers from other teams. Karlsson will want lots of money, of course, but he'll also want a team where he can compete for cups. The Vegas Golden Knights are an ideal fit for Karlsson, given their need for a true #1 blue liner. And keep in mind they pushed hard for a Karlsson trade at the 2018 trade deadline, but he ultimately stayed put in Ottawa. GM George McPhee will have to clear cap space, but trading some of his more expensive roster players won't be hard at all. And he won't mind doing it, since it'll mean adding a franchise all-star defenseman. The most Vegas can offer is a 7-year deal and something worth around $11 million a season. It makes plenty of sense here. If Karlsson doesn't wind up staying in San Jose, don't be shocked if Vegas rolls the dice and wins the sweepstakes. Number 1, Kevin Durant, New York Knicks. Why would the New York Knicks trade a young franchise star in Kristaps Porzingis to the Dallas Mavericks? Oh yeah, to clear up cap space and be a major player in 2019 NBA free agency. Well, league executives have told reporters that they think the Knicks are ultra confident that they'll wind up with Kevin Durant this offseason. KD got his titles in Golden State, and a locker room confrontation with Draymond Green suggests he's somewhat unhappy there. Perhaps Durant is planning to swap uniforms once again. Well, let's go out on a limb here and assume that the Knicks are about to get Durant. Throw in the fact that they'll have a high first-round pick and New York suddenly becomes more attractive. And if they secure Durant, you have to think that they'll have a strong chance at landing Kyrie Irving as well. This may sound pretty bold to some folks, but I mean, come on. The Knicks are a big market team. People want to play there. Durant and Irving may embrace the roles of saving basketball's most dysfunctional team in a giant market, no less. Alright, maybe not Irving, but KD to the Knicks seems too good to be true at this point. Just watch it happen. Where do you think the top superstar free agents in 2019 will sign? Join us in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and Total Pro Sports on social media. We post great content all the time. Go follow us. At least go check out our profile. Like, go give it a look. See what you think. And if you like it, go follow us. And if you don't follow us. Either way, we appreciate you. You're a great person, and we care. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes 1 click right down there. 1 click. All you gotta do. What do you have to lose? If this is your first time around TPS, make sure to subscribe because we post videos every single day. Every day is a new video, so you have to subscribe. Of course, thanks so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo, and I'll see you next time. My knee.